This is Ashley Vandenberg's oral history report about the Great Recession for Miss Simone's first hour. This is my mom. And what is your full name?
Denise Vandenberg,
Where are you from?
Berkeley, Michigan.
And how old were you in 2009?
I was 41 years old.
Okay. What do you recall about your financial life before the Great Recession?
What I do recall is that a lot of our investments were in the stock market, and that the value of our house was very high. It was the cost of the house was more than it was actually worth.
And how about finding and keeping a job?
I had a job at that time, and fortunately I was able to keep that job, so it didn't affect me personally.
And what about yours and the society's spending habits?
I think that we had a tendency to spend above our means.
Okay. What were your first feelings and emotions after learning about this severe economic situation?
I think many people felt a sense of fear and panic about what was happening and what was going to be happening.
What financial hardships did you experience during this economic situation?
As far as my job, I had a job, like I said, so it personally did not affect me because I was able to keep my job. But what did happen is that people that I had worked with for many years actually were let go because of what was happening in the economy.
And what about loss of home or loss of other assets?
The value of our home, we could not sell it if we wanted to because we owed too much money. And as far as assets, our 401k, it declined in value. And it was just fear that we would not be able to retire when we expected to.
And what about reduction of income and hours at work?
Like I said, it didn't affect me personally. I was a salaried employee, so it didn't affect me, but as I said, it did affect others that I worked with. That for the first time, a company where I had been with for many, many years was actually having to let people go.
Okay. What happened to your extended family, friends, and neighbors during the Great Recession, and how did this impact you?
It was actually very scary because I had family members that were unable to pay their mortgage bills and pay taxes and things like that. So we had a couple family members actually lose their house. So it was pretty scary of what was happening.
Okay. What did you think of President George W. Bush and the Congress's reaction to the Great Recession?
I felt that they didn't do enough to help myself, help other family members, and to help America like they should have.
Okay. What do you believe is our nation's greatest economic concern, and why?
Today I would have to say that I think it is the health care and the cost of health care and how outrageous the prices are for health care, and that now with the new president, what might happen to health care. So just in general, what's going to happen with the health care industry.
How has the Great Recession changed you?
It makes me look at where I'm putting my money, and it's more cautious and just paying more close attention to that, not putting all your eggs in one basket, to say.
What lessons should be learned from the Great Recession?
Again, like I said just a few minutes ago, is the fact that your lesson should you learn is just to be cautious and watch where you are investing your money, because it will affect you in the long run, and just to play, in some regards, maybe playing a little bit more safe than it should be.
And for our last question, what emotional responses did you and your family have to the severe economic situation?
You know, it was sad, and going back to family members losing their houses and fearful of where they were going to end up. It was fear. It made you very scared. It was just a very sad time, I think.
Okay, so this was my oral history report for Miss Simone's first hour, and this is my mom. So thank you so much for doing this interview, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this presentation and interview.
Thank you.